Hey guys, welcome to this very valuable webinar that I think is going to really bring a lot of long-term value to your lifestyle and also to everything that you believe in terms of, developing a good product and, making good money that you can live on, making, lifestyle career changing money, and also building a business that can last a lifetime. So this is going to be really valuable for you to really take into. So I want you to take notes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys can develop after watching this this very detailed webinar. So first of all, let's go over what we're going to talk about. Okay, we're going to talk about Shopify. We're going to talk about e-commerce and the growth of e-commerce, and that growth has been seen for quite some time now. So Statista is a statistic analytics company that basically works with different third-party agencies to create statistics on growth for different markets. When it comes to e-commerce, there's going to be over a 246.5 increase in worldwide e-commerce sales. What does that mean? That means that it's going to go threefold, nearly threefold, from over $1.3 trillion to over $4.5 trillion in 2021. Okay, so you're going to see a huge market increase in this, and that's why a lot of people are, they're starting to get interested in e-com, and you've seen it everywhere. If you're already into e-com, you know about this growth, and you know how valuable it can be for you in the future. Okay, so by 2019, next year, there's going to be over 244 million digital shoppers in the US alone. So that's a huge market to kind of tap into. These digital shoppers buy everything from almost any different market. So you can actually, target niche markets and find niche buyers that would be interested in what you're offering. And we show you that, how to do that, a little bit later with when Manie is going to speak. So did you also know that there were over only about 17% of all small businesses have tried creating their own online e-commerce store. So just about 17%. That's very low. So that gives you an opportunity to see exactly how much of the market you can affect by starting your own business if you haven't already. If you have, this shows you that there's still not that much competition, and then in the next few years, the numbers are only going to increase. So this is something that you should definitely be interested in. So here's another graph that just shows you directly, the B2C e-commerce worldwide growth all the way from 2012 to now in 2018. It's a humongous drive. It's a hockey stick projection, basically. Not even a projection anymore. This is exactly what's actually happening. We're in a market that is over $2 trillion large. So this is where we start. And now I'm going to hand over the mantle to Manie, the e-com expert, and he's going to give you some ideas on how to build your own e-com business. Six-figure, even a seven-figure e-com business, a Shopify business, in less than 6 months. Manie, you can take it away from here.
Thanks for the intro, Josh. Let me switch things over here.
All right, can you guys see the screen? No, I don't think people are seeing the screen. Maybe.
Okay, hold on. Let me do that again. All right, how about now? See my screen now?
Yeah, we can see the screen right now. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay, so without further ado, let's hop in. All right, so what I want to talk about, how we're going to start this off, is the 10 crazy simple steps to build a six-figure Shopify business in less than 6 months. Okay, 6 months sounds a little bit long, but you can do it really in shorter space. I've seen people cross 6 figures within the first 3 months, to be exact, which is just 12 weeks, and I have worked with many different people, smaller business owners and many clients. And from what I've seen across the board, there's an average from basic start from scratch to I'd say even 5 figures. It's around that 6 to 7 week mark. So saying 3 months, that would be, I'd say, average. Saying 3 months would be average. So 7 weeks across the board. That's what I've seen. So 6 months isn't actually that long. All right, and you can do it in a shorter space time. All right, so how did I why did I decide to become a Shopify expert? Well, I didn't really decide to become a Shopify expert. It just kind of grew on me. Okay. My intentions were never to teach others, although I do enjoy it, and it's quite exciting to see people change people's situations just by delivering information. But more importantly, what happened is someone was kind of being very persistent about asking me to teach them what I knew, because they knew, I started doing well with Shopify myself. And then once I taught them, they had really good results, and they went in and told X, Y, and Z. And as soon as you could, blink an eye, the cat was out the bag, and I literally had a lot of people lined up, requesting that I continue the service. And so I did. And as you can see here, I'm actually in Singapore for the first time, which was pretty fun. Got to, see other cultures. I really like traveling, and I didn't really initially have this place down as one of the places to visit, but the gentleman to my right, you can see on your left there, far end of that sports car, is Gerard So. One of my students. He set this all up, and invited me to come and speak to a group of people who are interested in learning this stuff. And it was a really good experience, because I got to sightsee as well, which was awesome. Talking about Gerard, it wasn't necessarily him as my student. It was actually his wife, Amy, and she was heavily pregnant whilst I was teaching her. And as you can see here, here's her results, literally within, again, that 7 week mark, because she started from ground zero, absolute scratch, crossing $10,000 in a single calendar month. And as you can see there, the month wasn't even over yet. So, and she was just started to really start and push the traffic to scale. So, I mean, I can't remember what she finished on, but it was a really good month from literally having no information to actually doing really well. And also I got to meet the newest addition of the family, baby Hanson. He's a bundle of joy and a lot of energy, and it was really cool. I mean, they had me as a guest over at their house, and it was really good to the sightsee and everything else. All right, so enough for the baby kissing here. It's not exactly like I'm running for president. So, what is the key? What is the key? I get asked this a lot of times here. What is the key to winning consistently? All right. Why do we have this picture of this guy here to the left? I don't know if you know, but that's Floyd Mayweather Jr. Okay. Undefeated as a boxer, and there's a reason why that is. Okay. There's a reason why that is. And I mean, when I have discussions about boxing, but especially why he seems to just be winning every single fight, he hasn't lost a fight, it's because it's his strategy. Okay, I think his strategy is really the backbone to why he seems to do really well every single time. And that's what this game is about. Shopify, it's about having a good strategy. If you have a good strategy, then you are going to win. So how did I achieve mid six figures for my ecom student in just 5 months? Right. Well, I'm gonna break that down to you. I'm gonna break it down to you in 10 simple steps. Okay, 10 steps that got one of my students, Nishkosh, the results. And here they are. So the steps are: step one, you got to set up a general store. Okay, it's not essential. You can start with a niche store, but starting with a niche store requires you to spend a lot of time really knowing that audience. You got to spend time knowing that audience so you can understand how to advertise to them. It's very, very important. If you have a general store, then it just means you are more flexible and you have more movement between the niches. So if you spend a bit of time advertising to one particular audience and that doesn't seem to work, well, because you have a general store and you're not focused on just one particular niche area, you can then test other things. So it gives you more flexibility. All right. Then you need to optimize your store. Obviously, you want to optimize your store for conversion so people can move around and mainly check out easily. That's the main thing. You want the checkout process to be easy for people and for them to find other related products easily as well, because that's all, it all ties into helping your conversions. That's step two. Sorry. Step three would be to find hot selling products. Okay. You need to find a hot selling product. You can make the sales easily. That's the whole point. You want products that are going to, induce that impulse, that buyer impulse from the prospects. Okay. So step four, you need to connect with a supplier. Obviously, you need somewhere where you can source these products from. Step five, you got to list your product on your store. All right. Step six would be to create the ads. All right. So once you've listed your product on your store, you'll then be generated a link where people can then click through to your store. And then you need to create an ad for step six. Step seven, find your target audience. All right. Part of, you can create your ad, but that doesn't mean you need to launch it yet. And that's something to do with obviously the Power Editor. Saying that, it's actually just been taken away. So, but not taken away. It's been fused with the Ads Manager. So, you get both worlds in one space. So you can create the ad creative, but don't launch the ad just yet. You don't click upload to launch the ad. You then find your target audience, find the people, the interests are going to have the people that are potentially going to buy and click through and buy. Okay, from your ad. That's step seven. Step eight is then once you've connected those dots, you then create your campaign. All right. And then once you create the campaign, from step 8 to step 9, you are basically in your test phase. Okay. Once as you're testing, you're gonna then optimize your ads for step 9 and you get more targeted traffic so you can scale. So you get more target traffic so you can scale. And step 10, you rinse and repeat. Okay, so step 10 is you rinse and repeat. Once you learn this process, you rinse and repeat. So based on what I just said, do you think you can follow those steps? I mean, if you said yes, then what does that tell you? It tells you that this is achievable for the regular Joe, the regular person. You don't have to have a strong business background to be able to do this stuff. You definitely don't need to have a rocket science knowledge, but you just need to be able to follow a well-oiled, trained process like one of my students, Nishkosh. Okay, so here's Nishkosh. This wasn't last month. Okay, so it's a while back. We're talking a few months ago. We're talking 6 months. We're talking 6 months, 7 months, if I'm not mistaken here. He crossed $500,000. We're talking about someone that didn't have any knowledge on Shopify. He didn't even know how to list a product on his store. just about knew how to buy a domain, but listing a product on his store and anything else that was a little bit technical, he didn't have any clue. So he learned from ground zero, and he actually got his first ad up within 5 weeks. As you can see, I stayed there. Remember when I said 7 weeks? 7 weeks would be half of that a 12-week, the 3-month span. Okay, 500K after launching the first ad within the first after 5 weeks of training. Okay, this stuff is possible. Okay, it's possible. I've done it. I actually did it a little bit. It took me a little bit longer, me personally. I know people always ask, so how long did it take you, Manie? We're talking about 7 to 8 weeks. Okay, so the 2 months. So it took me a little bit longer. It's just the way it is. I mean, maybe because I didn't find a hot selling product straight away. I mean, if I found a hot selling product straight away, then I'd have done it within 6 weeks. Okay, so, but I didn't. But within 8 weeks is when I got that first winner that allowed me to, progress and move forward. So the big mistakes, right? The big mistakes that people still make with Shopify. I want to go over some of these, okay? So having no structure to their process for selling on Shopify, it's going to be obsolete now. I mean, especially in 2018. Okay, it was definitely obsolete. You could get away with it in 2017, but 2018, you need to have a process, or else you're going to be just, advertising in hopes. You're going to be hoping that something sticks. You're going to be throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks. That's not the way to run a business. All right, people that have bricks and mortar businesses, they go in with a plan. All right, and that's the same way you need to see it with this online stuff. All right. So number 2, trying 10,000 different marketing methods or strategies. You need one. You need a good one, and that's it. Just need one that works, and that's it. Focus on that one. Learn, master it, harness, really understand that one traffic generating method, and become a master at it. And you'll then be able to measure and see your way through, rather than trying to be a jack of all multiple different traffic strategies. It's more of a hindrance for you than just focusing on the one. Number 3, not utilizing the best ROI traffic source for your Shopify store, and that would be Facebook ads. Okay, it is the best traffic source online, I believe. And that's because you can tailor the traffic to your audience. Okay, I mean, you can break it down to people, your avatar, your potential target audience, based on their age, based on their gender, based on where they live, where they're located. So it's a really, really amazing tool to have, and to be alive at this day and age, to be able to have access to it is just great. All right. So how I stood out from the crowd when I got started. So when I got started, I needed to stand out from the crowd. And when I got started, we're talking 2015, a few years back. So I had no e-commerce experience. I had no pricing strategy. I wasn't even aware of pricing strategy. I had no ideal customer that I was, what was going to be my avatar, the potential kind of customer to target. My product had no big promise. I had no sales process, and I had no product to sell. Some of these concepts earlier on was really strange to me. It's not something I had done. It was just something entirely new, and I had none of these. So how was I able to stand out from the crowd? It just begs to differ when you think about that question. All right, so currently, when you look at where you are you satisfied with your position? If you're currently working working long shifts and long hours at your day job, or your 9 to 5. I was working as a security guard, and I was doing 12-hour shifts. It really sucked, and I really disliked it. I was not satisfied. That's why I kept looking. I wasn't happy with my job. And I tried a few things before I reached to e-commerce. You know, I tried a few things, and none of them seemed, you know, it didn't seem like there was any light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. You know, what results, when you think about it, what results have you gotten so far with some of the stuff that you have tried? You know, think about it. Have they been good? Has it been, you know, worth the time and the effort? I mean, yes, to some degree. Obviously, you want to try something. You want to step outside your comfort zone. That's how you're going to get to the next level. And that's what I did. And eventually, luckily for me, I managed to stumble upon e-commerce, and things took a good turn from where I was positioned, which wasn't great. Okay, but then you need to ask yourself some questions. Some of these questions here, for example, like, you know, what do you want? Yes, you want to make more money, but what's your why behind it? What is your, like, how much do you want to earn? Okay, I mean, for example, what is your motivation to get into, is it 5 figures a month? How much extra you want? You just want an extra 4 figures, an extra 5 figures, or you want to build an empire? You want 6-7 figure, you want to generate 6-7 figure sums, revenue for your business and profit. Okay, how would things be different if you could earn, you know, the profit that you envision yourself earning? You got to visually envisage yourself earning this kind of income doing e-commerce. I mean, how would things be different? Would it be good? Would it be a benefit? What would be the pros of being able to generate this kind of income for yourself? What areas of your life would be impacted from this stuff? Inability to do this on your own. I mean, what's stopping you when you ask that question? What is stopping you right now from doing it? Because if you know, some of you on this call would have some e-commerce experience, and you probably might even have Shopify store. So if you've got Shopify store, that means you've done some research. You've gone ahead and done some of the basic stuff, and you might have even had some results, but maybe it's not consistent. But why? Ask yourself why. Why isn't it consistent? If you have got to that stage. If you haven't, then, you know, what's holding you back? You know, is it not knowing how to find winning products? I didn't know how to scale effectively when I first started. So maybe you have found a winner, but you didn't know how to scale. I had never done paid advertising before, so I was completely oblivious to it. But, you know, like, as you can see, I'm a testament to data. I never let it hold me back. And that's how you need to, you know, you need to really be clear on some of these points and understand how you can maneuver yourself into a position where you can progress. Okay, so building a 6-figure Shopify store can be daunting, all right? But you can't deny the benefits. You can't deny the benefits of it. You know, free time, dictate your hours pretty much. You know, you become self-employed. You work for yourself. You're not building someone else's castle. All right. Here's an example of one of my other students. All right. This gentleman here had not run any Facebook ads before. He did have a Shopify store, and he did do well with a Shopify store, but he only did Instagram influencers. All right. So he wanted to transition from there to paid advertising so he could control it more. So he knew what he was spending on advertising was actually bringing results. And I took him there. I showed him how to use Facebook, showed him how to run ads, and he went on to do, you know, cross $500,000 in a very short space of time. And it was within that 3 to 4 week space. Okay, the gentleman's name is Petrov. Okay, Petrov Ilya. I'm not sure that's how I spell his surname. And yes, that's a Romanian name. He's based in Romania. Okay, I can't remember what his background was or where he came from, but was he working a job that he didn't like to work? I believe so. All right. So why not Amazon? All right. Why not Amazon? I get this asked all the time. Well, it's because, you know, there's many pros and cons behind not Amazon, but let's go into some of them. Okay. So Number one, quicker adaptation, so you can adapt quickly to moving trends with Shopify rather than Amazon. Amazon, there's rules and regulations to adhere to for you to really win and play well at that game. Okay, all-in-one interface. All right, you can really customize where your visitors are landing. You can control that, and with that kind of control, you have the advantage. The advantage is definitely in your court. Unlike Amazon, no one sends. I mean, there are people that do it, but I wouldn't recommend you sending visitor traffic to an Amazon store because there's so much to look at. There's so much going on. You can't control what they're looking at, their attention span. All these things affect conversion, especially if you're trying to focus sales for one particular item at a time. All right. Benefit number 3, building a lasting brand. You can build a brand on Amazon, but guess what? It's not yours. All right. That brand is not really yours because it's built on a house that's owned by, Mr. Bezos. Did I pronounce his last name correctly? It's owned by Amazon. That email list that you built, you can't go ahead and sell that. You don't even have access to it, to be honest. You don't have access to that email list. You do have access to it in the sense that, okay, you can see where the customers are coming from, but you can't sell that list. You can't even export it. Okay, it's Amazon. Those are Amazon's customers. You're building the house on Amazon's, foundation. It's not your foundation. Whereas with Shopify, you do own that email list. Okay, you can go ahead and sell that on in 5 years' time if you get bored. You can pass it down to your children. You build a brand, you can pass it down to them, and they can own something. They can own something that you built and earned. All right, and it's worth value. A business with no database there is no business. Your customers are your business. Okay, so a better analytics backend. Yes, we have the ability to use things known as pixels, which allows us to do which allows us to see a lot of what's actually taking place on our site, which means we can do a lot of measuring. And we can control, again, that important factor of controlling what these visitors, what these prospects see and what they engage with, because these things can improve our conversions. Anything that can improve our conversions is a win, because then, the whole point of, playing the game is to obviously sell. And if we can see what is blocking us from selling more, we can then remove it out of the way so we can sell more. Make sense? Okay. Freedom to 10x. Okay. There's freedom. There is no strict rules saying that you can do this, you can't do that. With Amazon, again, like I said before, there's these strict rules, and you have to adhere to these strict rules in order to be able to really win with that game. Whereas with Shopify, we have the freedom to do a lot of movement, lateral, vertically, horizontally, without so much restrictions. Okay, things like, for example, the checkout page. Okay, you can you would need to upgrade from the basic level of your basic user level with Shopify, but they have the option that you can then customize your checkout page. And with customization and checkout page means we can upsell a lot easier. You can upsell a lot easier. You can't do that with Amazon. All right. And number 6 is you quadruple your revenue faster. Yes, because we have all this with this ability to do a lot of customization and control with customization, we can really blast and scale up our efforts, especially with paid advertising. Okay, you don't really want to send paid ads from Facebook to Amazon to scale up. It's not going to be smart. It's not going to be smart because we can't control what they're seeing. The pages that they land on, we can't really control what they see. They can land on our store and see a bunch of other people's offers, and we can't stop that. Okay, and because of that, there is no way to hone in and zero in on our optimization. So quadrupling our revenue happens a lot faster with Shopify because we can control the traffic and what they're looking at and seeing. So that is a huge advantage for us. Okay, so you understand that there's these pros and cons, and you understand that you don't have that well-oiled strategy or process in place. I mean, because if you did, then you probably wouldn't be on this call. Okay, so let's be honest here. Now, you do know that there's a problem, whether it will be, whether it's scaling with your Facebook ads, whether it's finding winning products, whether it's just getting to grips with how this whole thing works and having a strategy that will work for you. You have those issues there. Now, the $1 million question is, when do you want to fix it? When do you want to fix it? Okay, so, and the time is now. The time is now more than anything else, because we're still at the precipice of e-commerce. All right, it's not saturated. There isn't a big windfall that's completely taken away the opportunity. The opportunity is here to stay. It's going to be around for a long time, but you don't want to be that person to wait 6 months, because in 6 months' time you'd still be thinking to yourself, "Oh, I should have got started." You want to start now. There's no better time but to start right now, this moment in time, whilst it's here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is hand things over to Josh, because Josh has a solution that he would like to reveal to you. Okay, so I would like to thank you for listening so far on this call, but I want you to pay attention, especially to what Josh has to say as he goes over, the solutions he has available that may be able to get you past the hurdles or obstacles that are in the way. Okay, Josh, are you there?
Perfect. Okay, so guys, I want you to thank Manie for that very informative and thought-provoking session. Thank you so much, Manie, for letting us know a little bit more about how to dominate, with e-com. And guys, by the way, Manie has done, over 7 figures with his own business. He has helped many people achieve over 6 figures, including a client just last month, who counted Manie as one of his key mentors that was able to put him through to 7 figures. So, just in that case, I just want to let you know that it is amazing to see that Manie has been able to, go through the same basic steps that some of you go through. If you've tried to launch a Shopify store before, and succeed and not fail, because 90% of people that run Shopify stores, and they follow the basic information out there, really don't see significant results. And one of the main reasons.
Let me just interrupt you there one second. I know you said some of the someone that I helped last month. Let me just grab the hold of the screen again. So if you could just stop your screen share real quick.
All right, let me stop the screen share. Yeah.
I've got it now. All right. So what I want to share with you, some of you guys, is some of the people that I've managed to document over the last couple of years. I've got several reviews, but here's one of this gentleman in question. He just mentioned earlier was Jeff. Okay, Jeff Sawyer. All right. So January 2018 to January the 1st to 31st, 2018, he did $217,000. Okay. When Jeff came to me initially, he did mention that he had some experience, but he couldn't find a winner, and he didn't know how to scale, and he didn't have a strategy in place. He didn't have anything. All right. He just knew how to research via searching Facebook for products that are doing well and then relaunching them. but for whatever reason, it just didn't seem to work. He didn't understand. He definitely did not understand his metrics, because I looked in his ad account and he was killing ads before even like giving them a chance to even optimize. So that's one of the first things I noticed. And I actually get that quite a lot. Most people don't understand how to read the metrics on the ads, so they kill it before moving forward. And as you can see, just as proof here, as you can see, he does actually outline and call me out here. I was the one that held him by the hand and took him through the ropes. All right, but it's not just Jeff. There's several other people. Jeff is actually from Canada, so if there's any Canadians on the call, I can say he's the first Canadian I've managed to get across the over the gate to the success, to where the grass is a lot greener. Okay, Sean is the first Australian guy or Australian person, should I say? It could, it doesn't have to be a male. It could be females. I've had successful females that I've coached. In fact, the very first person that I mentored was female. All right, and that was Marine. But Sean Candy, as you can see here, he was an interesting guy. Started from scratch, very skeptical. He's probably the most skeptical person I've worked with, because even when he was signing up with me, he still was fine with the idea that this stuff was possible. And he would ask me things like, "Oh, do you think Facebook's going to things like, do you think Facebook's going to shut down anytime soon?" When you hear things like that, you have to laugh, because some people are afraid of this stuff. They just don't see how is this going to work? How are we going to make this kind of money from people on Facebook, or running paid advertising for people to visit a site that we own, that are going to then buy for our products? How do we make that happen? And but he had a really good, his first winning campaign. He finished at around $20,000, just over $20,000 revenue. Profit was about 30%. Okay. And so that was Sean. And then there was Andy. Andy's another Australian guy, right? He came to me. He was working in a factory, actually. He really, really hated his job. Hate is a strong word. I would say dislike. Okay. He really, really disliked his job. He's got a young daughter, and his reasons for wanting to win with this stuff, his why was so much stronger than, him getting up at 7:30 in the morning to get to work. He had to drive 45 minutes to his workplace and then work until 5. He'd come back home really tired. He told me these things, and it really touched me. So his case was very, very special in terms of me really getting him over that hump. And this is his first 10K day in June. In June, this is one day in June, he crossed 10K. All right, that month, I think he finished up about 70. I think he finished up about $70,000, somewhere around there. Okay, and this is Andy, second Australian gentleman. They're not all Australians. Okay, I've had some success stories at home as well. Here's Austin Anthony. Austin wasn't he didn't have any really poor background. Okay, he's actually doing well in the affiliate marketing space, but he came to me and he was like, he still had his moans and groans, and his moans and groans were more like, well, these affiliates, they're becoming really hard to work with. I want something that's more stable. I want something that I can control myself. I don't have to rely on these people, because his business solely depends on affiliates mailing out for him. So people have to mail out to the email list for him to get traffic. All right. He's never done paid advertising before. So I introduced him to that. And this was his breakout month, and he did $270,000. So 60% was net profit, as you can see there. These are real people. All right. Austin E. Anthony. All right. I was very, very proud of him, because he had a desire to want it really bad enough. I just gave him the information he needed to take action on, and he took action. I didn't have to do a lot of a lot of hand holding. He was ready to go. As soon as I gave him what he needed to know, he went ahead and he got it done. All right. There's more. I mean, this is Marine here. You know, I actually partnered up with her on this campaign because she felt that it was going to be really huge. I mean, this is a more of a season campaign. She did it the previous year, 2015. So I partnered up with her in 2016, and we went on to do, you know, over £200,000. I believe that would be $240,000. Okay, in just about 6 weeks span. Okay, 6 week span. So it wasn't bad. All right, and again, Marine, she was the very first person that I mentored, and she came to me with not knowing anything. She had a store, she had a domain, and that's about it. Okay, putting things together, understanding how the mechanics worked, kind of alleviated her. So I stepped in and I showed her the ropes, and she did well. 2015, but 2016, she had a few good months, but nothing like really huge like this. But then we had a chat 3 months before we started this campaign, and then we came to an agreement, and we both worked on this. And as well as working on this, she did learn what she needed to know. 2017, she's been doing really well. Okay, last time I spoke to her. All right, just to wrap things up a little bit more. Okay, so let's go for, let me show you Shubham. So Shubham is based in Pakistan. I think he is the first person in Pakistan that I managed to mentor. And this is him doing more than 6 figures in his first month. Okay, he started April, May, June, July. July he started, okay? So mid-July he started, and things didn't start taking off till second week of July he started. Things didn't start taking off to the end of July, and then August all the way through, cleaned out his first 100,000. And we're talking about someone here who was working for, like minimum wage jobs. All right, he's working minimum wage jobs, and now, his first month crossed 6 figures. He was very, very happy. I mean, he had a lot to say about working with me in one of the testimonial videos that I've got somewhere. I can't remember where it is, but yeah, definitely the first guy from India. Nishkash was the second guy from India, and as you can see, these people from different areas of the world, Singapore, India, doesn't really matter where they're from. They were able to follow the simple steps that I laid out for them. They were able to follow the simple steps, follow along, implement things, and as you can see, they were able to get results, because this stuff does work. Once you have that well-oiled process, you can't go wrong. All right. So sorry for interrupting, Josh. I just wanted to outline, this to some people who may be skeptical about joining, and I'm going to hand it back over to you now.
Yeah, okay. Guys, that was very important. So you can actually see that, what we're talking about here is not just fluff. It is actually, results that we've actually generated for students that have joined the program that I'm about to reveal to you in just a sec. Now, it's not really a program that you're usually accustomed to. It's more of a mastermind, so it's more of a community. And the people that need this the most are, people that are, in the spot. Like, if you're right now in the spot where you feel like, okay, you've done some work with Shopify, and you've tried to figure out how to generate some sales, but you haven't gotten to that part yet where you saw some significant success, and you want to ramp things up and you want to start seeing results, this is the perfect place to be. And if you're just starting out with e-commerce and you're looking at, Amazon, you're looking at Shopify, then you probably have had those issues also, and you were probably thinking, okay, so what is the best option for me to go forward with this. And and in my case, I think that you should really focus on building yourself, through a community where you can find other experts and other people who have done what you're trying to achieve, and then from there you can actually, really scale things up and really move forward. So, what's stopping you? For many people, it's the inability to do this on their own. They can't really set this thing up on their own. They need to have some guidance. They need to have training and understanding, and that may be you. If you are someone that is more or less, focused on, getting the right guidelines and getting the right information in order to start, this is something that you need. Some people, they don't know how to find winning products, and that's also a point that strikes a lot of people, finding the right winning product. So if you're struggling with product sourcing and you're not quite sure what products to promote or what products to work with, whether or not you should do white label, print on demand, or some other options out there for e-com, then you're in the right place. If you don't know how to scale effectively, and this is one of the key points that I think that a lot of people miss is the ability to scale effectively. And what I mean by that is that you're gradually growing your business on either on a natural level or even on an exponential level, where you're seeing massive changes within your business consistently. Now, the key word here is consistently. So you need to see consistent growth in order to really get the benefit out of this. So, and maybe you haven't done any paid advertising before, like Facebook ads, or you have and you haven't seen results, or your money has just been sunken down to the drain from actually running these paid advertising ads. Those are some ideas where we help people to solve problems the best. So, building a six-figure store can be daunting, right? This is not just building a store. You're actually building a business for yourself. But you can't deny the benefits, okay? There's a lot of key benefits that you can actually see with this. More proof, $678,000, right? If you are someone that believes that this is just, hogwash and it's not something serious, here's an example of over 678K made in 60 days. And I know you see the date, it says 2016, but we do have some recent, as Manie has showed you, some recent results of also six figures, mid six figures that we've helped people with in terms of revenue generated. Okay. So when do you want to fix all of this? I think it's time you build a real business. Okay, you can take hours, days, years, months, even over a decade to make the decision to join, an e-commerce mastermind group and to actually see what's possible with your e-com business. But by that time, I'm telling you, it's too late, because there's a lot of people that are already involved in e-com, and there's a lot of big players that are coming on board in 2018. There is not going to be any space for you if you join late. Okay, and it's just like with anything. It's the same thing with that happened with the .com boom, with the startup boom, with software as a service, and a lot of different bubbles that were created. We're living in a time right now where you can actually take advantage of building your own store online on the cheap. It's not going to cost you as much as building a brick and mortar business, right? And at the same time, see exponential results that you would never see without investing heavily into a local business, for example. So this is something that is really going to take your business from where it is now to the next level. Okay. So you have to be different when you start off with building your store, right? You need to be able to grow your store with a group of experts, and that makes you more aware of what's going on around you, number one. Number two, it gives you the options to really hone in on what problems that you need to improve in, because other people are giving you feedback on those problems, which, by the way, they've probably already had problems with in the first place, and that's why they know so much about it. And you have this a lot with with good private groups where you have that back and forth to understand a lot more about your business. And number three, it also helps you to get more insight into your audience, right? There's definitely a lot of people that when they do it on their own, they don't have the insight to understand more about their audience, because they really haven't tried marketing to that audience yet. But when you're part of a community, you get that, get to answer to ask questions to the mentor or to someone who is in the group that will help you to give you more insight into what your audiences, would be like, for example, for promotional purposes, right? So also you want to make sure that you're not trying to just buy into a course, that may not work anymore, or buy into, just another video training system, right? You need something with live modules integrated into it. You need a system. You need to have action plans. You need to know exactly how to begin and how to start, right? Okay, so you can't do it all on your own. Remember, this is time is your most valuable asset, and we've discussed this already from the very beginning. It is right now that you have this opportunity, and I will tell you, within a month, things are going to change. Facebook is changing its ads algorithms, and a lot of things are going to be very, very different in the future. So it's important that you actually focus on creating a successful business quickly enough in order to see results. Okay. So why don't you let us do the heavy lifting? Okay, we want to help you to make that a lot more easier for your business, and in order to do that, we want to be able to kind of give you the step-by-step formulas that you would need in order to grow a Shopify business. And also, we wanted to show you the right blueprints that you're going to need in order to really see growth within your business. And that counts for everything, guys, from Facebook ads to funnel building to having the right mindset to creating complex conversion setups for your funnels, and also for your landing pages in order to sell your products better. We also talk about product spying, and being able to spy on your competition, and also we focus a lot on product sourcing, guys. So is this you? I want to know if this is you. Okay, you've learned about AliExpress and started a Shopify store selling cheap products, but you're still barely able to make any real income, or worse, zero income, right? Or is this you making a few bucks per sale, but it really doesn't make a dent in your revenue? Plus, you probably need thousands of orders per month to really be financially free. Or this could be you. You're running out of Facebook ads. You're running Facebook ads, and no one is buying, and you're running out of time, and you're actually burning money away. So these are three very, very popular cases that are going on right now that you definitely need to look at. So here's how you solve that. You want to stick with a network of Facebook ad and e-com professionals that help you get there faster. Okay, that's how you fix the problem of the Facebook ad issue, right? You also need training from real e-com millionaires that are doing at least $1 million or more per year with the business. Okay, you don't want to have some basic individual that doesn't really give you the confidence to think that, okay, no, this guy or this girl can help me to build my business further. You want someone that is actually within the system, that's been working through the system, that has real results, and then has a blueprint that you can follow in order to see those results, right? So you can also, one of the things we also solve is, you can discover how to scale your e-com business from 5 to 10 times in growth within 60 days inside the mastermind program. So inside this mastermind program, we teach you the basics of, breaking down your business and scaling it up 5 or 10 times in growth within the first 60 days. Okay. So aren't you tired of seeing other people build $5,000 per day e-com businesses while you struggle to make it just a few sales? If you are, I want to introduce you to the Roundtable and Dropship X. So these are our 2 flagship products here. And the first, you get 6 weeks of private workshops, right? 3 live weekly webinars per week, weekly action plans, case studies at every level, and Facebook workshops daily. So these Facebook workshops are going to be text-based. We're going to give you action plans that you can follow, and you are able to actually work within the community to answer these questions, and actually be able to get good results out of this, right? So the best part of the Facebook workshop is the collaboration of you and your members, or people outside the group. You can include other people to help you answer these questions too, which makes the collaboration even more important in this case. So we also have 3 live weekly webinars which will be done by 3 different experts per week for 6 weeks. And one of these live weekly webinars is going to be taught by Manie, and he's going to be live every week to help you to build your Shopify business and scale it to 5 times or 10 times the amount what it is right now. And you should be able to see some incredible results from that very soon, as because these are going to be very, very valuable for your growth. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the Roundtable. Okay, the Roundtable is a community of like-minded, high-level entrepreneurs. Okay, so we're going to connect with you. We're going to connect you with several like-minded, high-level entrepreneurs that you can actually work with, you can talk to, and you can interact with to see results. We have a weekly live training for from seven-figure e-com mentors, what I discussed earlier, and one-on-one support team to help you grow your business. This is very important, guys. So if you have any questions, you can send them. We have a personal one-on-one email support that will give you, as quick as possible, answers to any of your e-com questions that you may have within the program. So this is like something that's just ongoing. So we know that a lot of people have pressing questions that they want answered within their business. And if you're just starting out, by the way, and you already have a few questions, we're ready to answer those questions so that we can get you on the path to 6 figures as quickly as possible. Okay, you also get exclusive access to a private Facebook network, which is, by the way, also a way to collaborate and ask questions, right? So if you have more than one avenue, more than one channel to ask and get your answers for questions that you might have within the roundtable, right? So again, just to reiterate, you join our 7-figure ecom network, you connect with like-minded members, case studies at every level, and Facebook workshops. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about the Dropship X Academy. So what is the Dropship X Academy? The Dropship X Academy is the training program that's embedded into your mastermind. So we have a basic mastermind, but you're also going to get this very exclusive training program, guys. This is part of the mastermind, and this training program is built for both newbies, intermediates, and experts. So if you have expert knowledge in Shopify and you want to, let's say, tweak a few things on Facebook, maybe understand you forgot a few things about how to run a successful Facebook ad campaign for your products, we have information in there for you. If you're just starting out and you want to start building a successful e-com business with Shopify, we have a startup course for you. So all of that is embedded into the mastermind and included in one very beautifully packaged product case. So I want you to know that you're going to be getting access to this immediately once you join the mastermind. And I'm probably sure that many of you are itching to ask questions right now, but keep them till the end, guys. Okay? So a little bit of more in-depth information about the Dropship X Academy, okay? You get deep dive webinars per week. So these are actually different from the live webinars that we're doing. These are Q&A sessions, okay, 30-minute Q&A sessions where we dive deep into your business and we solve the pressing questions that you have, okay? So we're not going to dive into everyone's business, but we're going to give you good case studies, and we're definitely going to talk about these case studies, as deeply as possible, so that they have a personal effect to your business too. So you'll definitely you'll be able to ask questions via chat, and we're going to answer those questions for 30 minutes. Okay, so that's every week, guys. We also have action plans every week that you're going to get access to within the Dropship X Academy, tied to the modules that you're watching. And we have an in-depth case study workshops, and these workshops are going to be talked about on the Facebook mastermind group, right? So you're going to get access to to these workshops that these case study workshops that we're going to discuss further on the Facebook mastermind group, which you will also get access to. We also have once a month we're going to do power interviews, and these interviews are going to be about prominent people that have done significantly well with ecom, doing over $10 million and more with ecom. And, we're going to interview them, and we're going to get the good information that that they don't tell to just the public. We're going to really search within their brains to find out what is needed for building a successful ecom business, guys. So you're going to get access to power interviews that we have with with very, very special individuals that you would not get access to on in just a normal setting. Okay, so I want to share with you a sneak peek into the Dropship X Academy here. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready to see this really interesting, just very interesting, content that we have for you here. Let me just get that set up for you right now. Okay, so here are the courses that we have within the back end. So this is a real nice sneak peek into what you're getting, guys. You're getting a mentor program, okay? That's the live training. You're getting Manie's workshop, okay? And you're going to get a lot of detail within Manie's workshop on how to build funnels, how to do correct product sourcing, and how to also create great Facebook ad campaigns, guys. You're also getting Shopify competition research to be understand. You're going to understand how to really research your competition there. Shopify startup masterclass and case studies, guys. So these are some of the key benefits of joining, the back end of Dropship X Academy here, and all of these are definitely over, several, very, very well detailed training sessions over, that you're going to get access to, guys. And it talks really about a lot of stuff. You're going to understand, how to do product research, how to build killer Shopify funnels and so much more, guys. So much more value is going to be given within these, these programs that we have, these program boxes here. So I want you guys to definitely, take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, so let's get back to what we were talking about here. It's also incredibly important. So the first week, we're going to talk about building your empire. During this first and introductory week, we're going to really help you to start up your e-com business. It doesn't matter, no matter where you are right now within with your business or with your brand, we're going to help you to actually build it out from scratch. And so that's what the first week is really going to be about. Then we're going to talk about product discovery, right? Product sourcing. We're going to help you to find the most profitable products and niche groups through a very tried and tested system, guys. The next thing we're going to talk about during week 3 is how to really understand Facebook ads, right? We're going to show you how to take advantage of Facebook ads without breaking your bank, while still netting over 4 figures per day, and we have proof of this. Then we're going to focus on the high-end funnel mastery, right? A lot of people think that funnels aren't really that special. You just send traffic to a just a store, just your store, and that's about it. But there's actually a lot of proof that show that funnels do incredibly well and have made millionaires out of e-com beginners just because they ran a funnel. Okay, so and then we're going to talk a lot about social media takeover, right? In this case, this has to do with being able to really understand social media in order to, actually find ways to build out your social media campaign even further, right? So that's very important. And lastly, during week 6, we're going to divide and conquer, right? So this we show you exactly how to, if you want to, by the way. So some people don't want to sell their business, but it's always good to know exactly how the experts have sold, millions of dollars worth of businesses, right? So that you can, if you need to in the future, sell your business for 6 or even 7 figures, guys. And it's very valuable information that you definitely need to know about. So now a little bit more about our mentors, okay? So you of course have heard of Manie. Manie has, he's coached so many students to hit over $100,000 per month with their Shopify stores. His most active students have gone to even do over $500,000 with his solutions, even over $1 million, guys. And he is going to be the roundtable lead mentor. Some case studies that you can look at here, okay? So Sam has reached over $16,000 worth of results in 7 days. You can see that here from just April 6th to the 12th of April last year. He made over $16,654, guys. Then we have Ryan. Ryan did over $10,000 worth of sales in 2 weeks, guys. He 10x'd his business, right? Started from basic experience and, decided to 10x his business with Manie's Facebook ads training and Shopify knowledge, basically. Then we have Michael Coe. So Michael is a very special guy here. He actually sold one of his businesses, one of his startups, to Google for over $100 million. And he co-founded this company, let's go back here, called Treated Tub. And Treated Tub sells special soaps, cleansing soaps for, for the body, which are very gentle to the body. He's created this very interesting story around it too, which helps you to understand a little bit more about why Treated Tub is such a successful business, guys. So he's also going to be part of the program when you join. Kyle Hamar. Kyle is working directly with Jason Miles, and Kyle has done some really amazing results with Amazon and Shopify. And trust me, he's making a killing with both. And his results have made him more than seven figures, guys. And so he's another millionaire on the program, and he's going to bring in a lot of solutions on branding and product sourcing. And I'm pretty sure those are going to be some of the best that you've come across. Ashley Wright is a Facebook ads expert. He's also been doing a lot with, with funnel creation, but he's more focused on Facebook ads. And he has built a very large Facebook ads training community that really talks about how to build successful Facebook ads. So that's something that is very, very valuable for anybody that needs help with Facebook ads, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. Okay, so Jason Miles is going to be the guy when it comes to Shopify startup training. So if you're looking to really build a business from scratch to to a mid-level type Shopify business, he's the guy to go with. He's trained over 10,000 students all over the world to start up their Shopify businesses. And this is one of Jason's businesses called Pixie Fair. They've had over 2 million patterns downloaded, and they've built it from nothing to a $4.6 million business, guys. So that shows you that we're not just bringing in, basic individuals here. We're bringing individuals that actually have done what they said they've done. And that's why it's going to be so important for you to take advantage of this, right? So this, again, happened in Jan 2018. I think Manie showed you this picture. And just to let you know, it happened in January of 2018, just last month. You can see the numbers here, $217,000. Let me put it back here. $217,000, 573.9. So you can see that this is real results, guys, real results that people have made from being a part of this community. Okay, so once you join in, and I've showed you what you're going to get with the roundtable, with the academy. Here's what you're going to get. Also, when you join, this is an interactive support team, guys. So that means that if you have any questions whatsoever, our interactive support team is going to be on the Facebook Mastermind group answering questions for you in a live-like manner. So you're going to have this option to be able to basically get your questions answered. We are also opening up a private forum that you can use to connect with other members. So that's going to be a very, very unique way for people to connect. If any of you remember the Warrior Forum, the War Room on the Warrior Forum, it's going to be something similar to that, but in a much more, secluded and private setting, basically. So let me ask you this again. Are you really serious about building a six-figure e-com empire? Are you really serious about building a six-figure e-com empire? Okay, if you're really serious about building this, then you need to know that this is the real deal, okay? Again, I want to make this very clear to you, okay? I'm showing you these stats to show you that we're not bluffing around. This is exactly what we're achieving for ourselves, okay? Look at this. $1,000, 875 spent total. We had website purchases and conversions of over $43,780 in total. So that shows you an incredible ROAS of over 23.34%. And I'm sure there's very little people out there that can show you these stats because it just doesn't exist. You don't get to spend, $169.91 and see returns of over $4,896 as a result, or spending $170 and seeing $3,775 in return, or even spending $16 and seeing over $308 in returns. So these are some of the examples, and remember, this is in 2017. If you look at the very top, it says from October 1st to November 14th, guys. Now let's look at this one. This one's from August 1st to September 30th. $35,000 spent, $127,000 returned. So this has an incredible story behind it, regarding a product that was, banned by, another copywriting body. But still, even with that, with all the hurdles that were put in place, the results speak for themselves. The marketing worked. And, Manie and his team are going for an even bigger prize pot for this year. So, this is just an example glimpse into what you can achieve if you are actually using the right Facebook ads practices, guys, for your e-com business. Look at this again, $2,323 spent and $56,000 in returns in total. That shows you exactly that this is something that is, without a doubt, something you need. Something you need, guys, because if I was someone struggling with e-com and I needed to find ways to kind of grow my e-com business, I'm going to the guys that understand it best. I'm going to the people that are, within the system, that already are building significant results with their business, guys. So this is something that you definitely don't want to miss out on. And I'm pretty sure you're already wondering, well, Josh, tell me, how much does this cost, right? So just before we get to that, I want to give you a snapshot of what's included here, okay? So you're getting the Dropship X Academy. You're getting a live weekly session. You're getting a private community access, and you're getting a mastermind meetup in Asia, okay? So the mastermind meetup in Asia, I haven't really talked about, but I'm going to give you a little bit more detail on what that means. That means that we're going to meet up. If you have the opportunity to buy a plane ticket, that's all you need to buy. We'll take care of pretty much everything else, save for accommodation. You're going to get 3 days of full catering. You're going to get spaces to do, strategy sessions and group sessions with other members, and also even other mentors, guys. So that's going to be really valuable for you in the coming future. So what do you think this is worth, guys? In my eyes, this is worth lifetime access. For lifetime access, guys, this is worth a value of over $22,000. And we were actually thinking of putting this up for a payment of around $5,000 per person, which would be very, very good, because remember what you're getting. You're getting live weekly sessions, guys. And so for $22,000 worth of value for just $5,000, that's a good deal. That's a very good deal. Okay, but I'm not going to do that to you, okay? How about lifetime access for $22,000 worth of value, plus I'm going to include some bonuses here, guys, plus a done-for-you niche research Rolodex that's going to be part of the Rolodex platform that we have, that gives you a whole ton of resources that you can use, like swipes, ad copy examples, in order to maximize your results, guys. So you're getting all of that, plus done for you niche research. And this niche research includes a private, niche research campaign done for your specific niche, guys. So your specific niche is going to have a private research campaign done for it. And that in itself is worth more than $295, I kid you not, to get for us. But we're going to include that within this for a very simple investment of just $3,000, a money-back guarantee. Okay? That's a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're trying this out for $3,000. I'm giving it to you. How does that sound? It sounds good, right? It's a good deal, right? So that's what I want to offer to you now. And I talked to my partners about this, and you know what they said? They said, let's do something crazy. Let's really give something that, you know, we feel nobody else can give out there. So we did that. I'm tearing out my hair saying this, but look, how about lifetime access? That's $22,000 worth of value, plus done for you niche research Rolodex that you're going to get access to for now $3,000, but $1,495 for everything, right? And if you decide that, you know, this is not for you, you've dedicated yourself to this, you've put everything you've got to this, and you still aren't winning, we'll save you. We'll either buy your business back or we'll give you your money back. So those are the two key points here. And remember, you can only join this private mastermind and its classes via this webinar. So this offer right now that you're seeing is available today and only today. So if you want to take advantage of this, you need to act really quickly. And I want you to take action because I want to see what results you can achieve with this. So if you're really serious about building a strong business that actually, you know, is going to help you to quit your job or to, you know, buy the life that you want to buy, you know, go out there and travel and do things that makes you feel free and more open and more yourself, then this is what you need. You know, a lot of people say they want to start an e-com business, but they aren't really dedicated to it. Are you serious about really starting an e-com business? If you are, you're going to go for a community that can help you, that can train you, and that can really give you the value that you need, right? So, and in this case, this is what you're getting. You're getting 6 weeks of training. You're getting lifetime access, which means that every update that we get within the system, within the program, you get also. The first Onyx Mastermind meetup session, that's the Mastermind in Asia. You're getting that for free. That's a $3,000 event that you're getting for free, guys. Plus, you're also getting that done for you Rolodex that I promised you within this program also. So all of that, niche research Rolodex, by the way. So all of that is included within this program for $1,495 right now. It is a steal because it is something that I personally would take advantage of if I was at your spot at the very beginning. So I'm giving you this opportunity right now to take action, and I can be 100% sure that this is the only investment you'll make for lifetime access, guys. Okay. So how do you get started? How do you join the Zarkly Mastermind, or the, you know, how do you get really started into this program? So first, you need to apply for the mastermind. Okay, it's not like we accept everybody. You've got to apply for it. Once you apply, you're going to go straight to the link to pay. Okay, the price again. Remember, the price was $3,000. We brought it down to $1,495 for you right now. Right. So once you apply, check your email. We're going to send you a link to pay. Or you might get the link directly after you sign up, sign up for the program by applying, and then you join the program. Once you're in, I'm going to personally send you a message and thank you for joining, and I'm going to give you, you know, an opportunity for you to ask me any questions that you might have in regards to, you know, what problems you're having right now and how I can best help you to grow your business. And you're going to immediately get access to all the weekly sessions. And also, you're going to get notifications for the live webinars when Manie is going to run a live webinar, when Ashley is going to run a live webinar, and the programs from our other mentors too, and also the interviews that we're going to do. So you're gonna get all that information and all that benefit basically within the program, guys. So remember, I told you this is a 100% super duper duper safe bet. What do I mean by that? You're going to have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you feel like this is not for you, and you've done the work and you've done the training and you've actually tried to at least move a finger to see some results, and you've listened to what we have been saying to you via the webinars and via the training videos, and you're still frustrated and not seeing results, our very serious guarantee is that you're going to get your money back. Okay, we're going to give you your money back, or we're going to buy your business from you. Okay, so those are the key points here. Remember that we've done this many times for many students already. As Manie has shown you, we've done this for so many different students, and we've helped them to generate 6 figures over and over again. We are here to support you. We're not here to make things easy for you. We're going to push you, but we're here to support you when you fall. Okay, so when you're at your lowest points, we're going to be there for you. And when you start to see results, we're going to be there for you too. So this is more of a community where you actually are able to kind of thrive and grow and really see results with your business. You know, and it's mastermind groups like these that built some of the greatest entrepreneurs of the 20th century. You know, you name it. Andrew Carnegie, he was in a mastermind. Dale Carnegie, that basically wrote the book on Think and Grow Rich. He was in a mastermind. John D. Rockefeller was in a mastermind. Every major 20th century, innovator and pioneer and businessman was in a mastermind, and that turned over to the 21st century too. So if you're looking at the Elon Musks of the world, they have mentors. If you're looking at the Richard Bransons of the world, they have mentors. You know, all these very high-level people are in some type of mentorship or mastermind group. And the reason why is because they know the value of masterminds and how it can help to grow your business from where it is now to where it needs to be, okay? So if you feel like you're struggling, you're not sure what to do, you can always come to us for help and support. You can always use the tools that we give you and the training that we have for you to really get to the next level. You can't do that with a course. You know, there are courses out there right now that are selling for $2,500 all the way up to $6,000. And all they do is give you training. They don't support you, right? So what we're telling you here is that we're here to support you, and that's the difference. That's where we differentiate ourselves from other people out there that are giving out training, right? We're not just a training company. We're not just a coaching company. We're not here to coach you. We're here to support you, because we believe that with the right support, you can go anywhere. You might have all the information in your head, but if you don't have the support, that's where you fail. So we want to give you that support in order to be able to grow and see significant growth within your business, okay? So I'm going to give you, again, just 6 very quick key reasons here on why you need to take action, okay? Number 1, okay, take your Shopify business from where it is now to 10 times the results. That's very important, guys. Take your Shopify business from where it is now and 10 times the results. Reason 1. Reason 2, you're gonna be able to connect with millionaire e-com experts from anywhere in the world. That's for sure. You're expanding your network with world-class vendors, guys. We're gonna introduce you to world-class vendors. We already have this network thing called Zon within the back end of Zarkly, where you are able to connect yourself with with other suppliers, top level suppliers. And within the mastermind, you're also going to be able to connect with some really top level vendors. So another key reason, guys, is that you're able to build your store with 2018 proof knowledge. What I mean by 2018 proof knowledge is knowledge that is already primed for the turbulence that we're going to see within this industry in 2018. And that's going to help you to weed out your competition, guys. So we're also going to help you to build a winning team. You're able to build a winning team, a team that's actually, going to help you to take your business to the next level. You need to have a team, guys. If you're doing this alone, you're doing it wrong. You need to have a team. And we're going to help you to build that winning team, with our strategies. And the last and most important point on the reason you need to take action today is that, a lot of people create e-com businesses, but they don't create smart e-com businesses. And what I mean by smart is a self-running engine, an organic engine that runs itself, basically. And this is how you change your life with more money and more freedom, okay? By creating a self-running e-com business that runs itself in a cycle, and it is completely self-sustainable. And that's the end goal right there. Even if you're just having an e-com business that's doing, just about $60,000 to $100,000, per month, for example. If it's self-sustainable, you don't have to slave away on the PC every single day in order to see, results. You have already, this engine that's working to make things happen for you. And that's what you need in a business in order to really see a change in your life, and also see more freedom. So if you're ready to get started right now, all you need to do is go to this link. And I kid you not, this link is going to expire very soon. So go to this link. It's called go.zarkly.com, right? Zarkly.com is our website. Go.zarkly.com right now. Go to go.zarkly.com right now, guys, and fill in the form, right? So let me take you back to what you need to do here. Let's look at it again. Apply for the mastermind, check your email, join the program, right? Let's read that again. Apply for the mastermind, check your email, join the program. So right now, all you need to do is go to go.zarkly.com, apply for the mastermind, check your email, and get started on this program, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this very informative webinar. I really want to thank you so much for being through everything that we've gone through on this webinar, and I really appreciate it. So thank you again, and talk to you soon. And I hope that you've made the choice to go to that link right now and purchase this, because you will not regret it. Remember, we do have this option for you to try this out for 30 days. So it's definitely something that you need to take advantage of. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, guys, and see you on the other side.